Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In today's session, let's see one of the important application which we commonly use. It is the word and the character counter application. We have all used it at some point in our at some point we would have used it to find the number of words in the document or the number of characters present in the document. So it's very handy to find this application is very handy to find out the number of words and number of characters. So in today's session, let's see how we can code the word and character counter in Tkinter. It's quite a tricky code. It's bit it's quite a tricky code, but it's not so difficult to understand. If you have been following my videos, you'll find it very easy to understand this particular code in Tkinter. I've already written the code for the word counter application. Let me execute it once. So we get this word counter application which says initially the total words. This is the label widget, total words. Initially it will be 0 because we have not entered any text. Then total characters, even this is a label widget. Initially it will be 0 because there are no characters entered. So now when I start entering my characters, I get the word count as 2 because there are two words which are separated by a white space. So white space is considered as a delimiter. So once it encounters white space and we write the second text, it will be considered as two words. And the total characters including the white spaces is 12. So there are three buttons mainly: the submit button, the clear button and the undo button. When I click on the submit button, it says there are 12 characters and 2 words. Now let me clear it. Now let me add some more text. So all these things what we are entering is the text box widget. In the text box widget we are entering the details. The user can enter the details, and the three buttons: submit, clear and undo. Submit button we have already seen. Now if I say clear, the contents of the text box will be cleared. So the text box contents has been cleared and the word count and the character count is set to 0 because there are no words or characters entered. Now if I enter some words and characters, and if undo button is the other button, so when I press once on the undo button, the last character gets deleted. So when I do undo, F got deleted. Again undo, K got deleted. So basically the last character keeps on getting deleted, and the word counter and the character counter counts the number of words and the characters and displays the count in the word counter application. So as of now there are 4 words. Let me do undo. So it became 3 because one word it got deleted, and the character count also keeps decreasing. If we keep on pressing the undo, for each time it will decrease by 1. So these are the 3 buttons, that is the submit button, the clear button and the undo button. And this is the text widget wherein user can enter the text, and this is the label widget wherein user displays the details. And when I click on the submit, I'm having one more label, that is the display label, which displays the message on the word counter application. So these are the things which we have to remember in the word counter application. And today let's start with the coding of the word counter application. Firstly, I'm saying from Tkinter import star. I'm importing everything from Tkinter. Then import RE, that is the regular expressions module. Then I'm having win equal to tk, my main tk inter screen. Win dot geometry is 800 pixels by 800 pixels. Win dot title is word counter. And after that, let me define two variables, that is number of words, which I'm setting it equal to 0, and number of characters, which I'm also setting it equal to 0. Then let me execute it. Then let me have my label widget, which is nothing but total words. So let me define my label widget, call it as label1 equal to a label widget, place it on the main window, text equal to total words, font equal to Arial, and font size is equal to 15. And let me place it onto the screen by saying label1 dot place x equal to 5, comma y equal to 10. So total words is one label widget, which we are placing it at x equal to 5 and y equal to 10. Now let me create another label, name it as label2 equal to a label widget, place it on the main window, text on it is equal to total characters, total cars. Let me give a colon over here. Cars. Font equal to Arial. Font size is equal to 15. Now let me place label 2 onto the screen by using the place geometry manager. X equal to 1000, y equal to 10. Then I'm having my label 3 equal to a label widget. Place it on the main window. Text on it is equal to 0. Font equal to Arial and size is 15. Let me place this onto the screen by saying label 3 dot place x equal to 150, y equal to 10. So basically this is label 1, this is label 2, this 0 is label 3, and label 4 again is a 0. So let's create another label, name it as label 4 equal to label, place it in the main window, text equal to 0, font equal to Arial, comma 15. Then let me say label 4 dot place x equal to 1150, y equal to 10. So basically we have a word counter application. Total words is one label, total characters is one label, number of words that is 0 is one label, number of characters that is 0 is another label. So 4 labels we have created over here. After creating the 4 labels, we have to create a text box widget. For that, let me say text1 equal to a text widget. Place it on the main window. Width equal to 110. Relief is equal to raised. Height equal to 20. Height equal to 20. And take focus, I'm giving it as 0. So it's not in focus. This widget is not in focus. Font equal to Arial, comma 15. FG equal to gray. Wrap equal to word. So it will do a word wrapping. Spacing 1 equal to 1. So the spacing between two lines is equal to 1. So these are details I'm giving in the text widget. Now let me say text1 dot place x equal to 5, y equal to 50. So there's some error which it is showing. It's a text widget. Width equal to 110. Take focus is equal to 0. Font equal to Arial 15. Have to give a comma. Comma. FG equal to gray. Wrap equal to word wrapping. Spacing 1 equal to 1. So now when I just execute this particular program, I'll close this session. Let me execute this session. So I got total words as one label, 0 as another label, total characters as one label, 0 as another label, and a text widget where user can enter the text. So now I have to add 3 buttons, which is the submit button, clear button, and the undo button. So let us add 3 buttons. Button 1 equal to button. Place it in the main window. Text equal to submit. Font equal to Arial and 17. Comma 17. Command equal to submit. FG equal to gray. Now let me place this button onto the screen. So button 1 dot place x equal to 500, comma y equal to 550, and I have to create a function def submit pass. I'll pass it as of now. The same thing I have to repeat for another 2 buttons. So the second one is button 2, and it is the clear button. Function is clear, and it is placed at x equal to 700, y is equal to 550 itself. Then I'm having the button 3, which is the undo button. Function which it calls is undo. Button 3 dot place x equal to 900 and y equal to 550. So I have to call clear and undo functions as well. So let me define them. Clear, and I'm giving a pass as of now. F undo and a pass as of now. And when I enter the text in the text widget, I have to bind it to one function. So text1 dot bind the on what event I want to bind it to the text widget is key release. Key release. I have to call a function lambda a colon lambda a equal to key underscore release. Okay. So whenever I'm entering a So when I'm entering a key and releasing it, I want to call the key underscore release function. So whenever we enter the text character in the text widget, it calls this particular function, which is key underscore release. So this is one more function. So it is def key underscore release and takes one event parameter b, and let me pass it as of now. So these functionalities, let's see the functionality of each of these later. But for now, we know that there are four functions. One is submit, one is clear, one is undo, and one is the key underscore release. Now let me execute it. Let me close this session. Let me execute it. So I get my word counter application. The full layout is ready. Total words, total characters, 0, 0 initially. A text widget wherein I can enter the text. For each character entered, it will call key underscore release function. Then I'm having submit, which will display a message telling so many words and so many characters. Clear, it will clear the contents. Undo, it will delete the last character. Performed action. So as of now, we have defined the functions, but the functionality of it, let's look into it now. So we have to add one more label over here for displaying the message when the submit button is clicked. So that is label 5 equal to a label widget. Place it on the main window. Text equal to blank as of now. Comma font equal to Arial, comma 25. FG is blue in color. Foreground color is blue. Foreground color is blue. Now let me place it onto the screen. Label 5 dot place x equal to 400, y equal to 600. So these are the different labels, buttons and the text widget which we are having for the word counter application. Now let's work on the functionality for key underscore release. So whenever a key is released means, one second, let me execute this. So whenever I enter a key and release it, so when I enter and release the key, it should call this particular function, which is the key underscore release, the key underscore release function. So I've already defined it, but I've not given the functionality. So let me write the functionality as of now. So let me say global number of words comma, or let me again define it as global number of characters. After giving global number of words and number of characters, let me say words equal to re dot find all then a string, so r colon, it is small r quotes, this is slash s, means it is white space character, non white space character. Small s stands for white space character and capital S stands for non white space characters, and it can occur more than once. So I give a box over here, the box over here, and I give a plus mark over here. So it can have more than one occurrence of non-white space characters. So that is ABCD or ABC or AB. Then it will consider it as a word. If it encounters a white space, then it will split it into different words. So this is the, it will find all these patterns. From where it will find this particular pattern? From text1.get 1.0 comma end. From this text box, what user enters the details, in that it will make a list of all the words available in this particular text box. So this is the functionality. That's why we are using regex function. And then it will, let me say number of words equal to length of words. So this will be a list having the different words. So length of that particular list becomes the number of words. So let me just execute it once. I have to display it on the label also. One second. Okay. Okay. Now let me say, now again for characters, let me say chars equal to length of text1 dot get, and it is from 1.0 to end. So all the characters from 1.0 to end will be the number of characters. It will take the end character also. So my number of characters now will be equal to number of cars is equal to this particular cars minus 1. So it will be str cars minus 1. So we got number of words and the number of characters entered by the user in the text box. Now we have to display that. Actually, this should be facing this side. Okay. Now we should display these details on our label widget. So label 4.config text equal to number of cars. And again label 3.config text equal to number of words. Number of cars and then number of words. For number of words, since we have taken it as in the int format, I have to append str for this, str of number of words. So the details will be displayed on the label 3 and label 4 widget. So now let me execute it. So now let me press a key. So I pressed A. My word also became 1 and my character also became 1. Again A, my character increased to 2, but my word is still at 1 because one or more occurrences of any of these non-white space characters, it will consider it as 1. Only when I give a space and write one more character, it will be incremented to 2. So this is the logic which we have applied over here. That is the regex function, find all function. It is /s, that is white space characters, one or more occurrences. Plus means one or more occurrences of non-white space characters. So all these are non-white space characters, one or more occurrences of it. So it will consider it as one word. And for every character entered, our character count increases by 1. So this is the functionality for key release. Now let's go into the functionality of submit. Now when I click on the submit button, what happens? It should display on the label 5 widget that there are so many words and so many characters. So let me say global number of words and again global number of cars, number of cars. Now I have to display on my label 5 widget dot config text equal to there are sorry there are concatenation symbol str number of words number of characters chars again a plus symbol so many characters and again a plus symbol concatenation symbol and plus str number of words concatenation symbol and then words. So here we are saying there are number of characters. If it is 12 characters, it will display there are 12 characters and 2 words. If the number of words is 2, it will say 2 words. So this gets displayed on the word counter application when I click on the submit button. So now let me execute it. Let me close my previous counter. Let me execute it freshly. So I'll enter some words and characters. I'll click on my submit button. It will say there are 18 characters and 5 words. So this gets displayed when I click on the submit button. Now let's go into the functionality for clear. Again, let me say global number of words and again global number of characters. Sorry, global number of cars. So when I click on this clear button, what actually should happen? It should delete the contents of the text widget, details on the text widget. So basically what happens is text1.delete 1.0 till end. So it will delete all the contents from the beginning till the end. And my number of words I'll set it to 0. And number of characters also I'll set it to, number of cars also I'll make it equal to 0. Then I have to display these details on the label 3, label 4 widget. So label 3 dot config text equal to str number of words. And then label 4 dot config text equal to str number of cars. Then label 5 dot config text equal to blanks. So this I have to write. And again over here I have to initially make my label 5, sorry, in the key release I have to make label 5 dot config text equal to null, a blank string. Only in the submit it will have some details, all other places it will be blanks. So now let me execute it. So now let me enter some details. And now let me clear it. So the word counter, character counter both got reset to 0 and the details got deleted from the text widget. So now let's look into the undo functionality. So again I have to say global number of words and then global number of cars, global number of words and number of cars, and again over here label file dot conf text equal to blank. I have to make it blank. Text I have to make it blank for the label file widget. And next what happens? If int of number of cars if int of number of cars is greater than 0, means if there is text entered in the text widget, what happens is I have to delete the last character. So let me say my data is equal to text1 dot get 1.0 comma end minus 2c. N minus 1c will be the last character. N minus 2c it will delete the last character. So it is 1 from the beginning till last but one character. N minus 2c means till last but one character. Then let me say text1 dot delete. It will delete the entire thing from beginning to end, and again it will insert this particular data. So text1 dot insert 1.0 and then data. So basically what happens here, friends, it will take, if I'm having ABC, it will take AB, it will delete the last one and take, it will not, it will consider only till AB because it is n minus 2c. And text1 dot delete from beginning to end, it will delete ABC, and while inserting it will again insert only AB, so C would have got deleted. That's the basic functionality over here. Then let me have my count equal to int number of cars minus 1. Sorry, int number of cars and then minus 1. Now, if my count is greater than 0, after deleting, if the count again is greater than 0, it will find the number of characters and the number of words and display it onto the screen. So basically what happens is we have to copy this functionality. If count is greater than 0, then this functionality repeats words equal to re.findAll from the text widget from 1 to end, and characters is nothing but length of, so number of words is length of words, number of characters is this particular characters, whatever characters have been entered in the text widget, minus 1 will be the character count. So and then it will display it onto the label, and then again I have to say elif count equal to 0. What happens is when the count becomes 0, number of cars I set it to 0, number of words I'll make it equal to 0, here also for safer side let me give it as str. Okay, and let me copy this. So it will be 0. Both when the count becomes 0, both label 4 and label 3 details will be 0. So friends, we have done with the majority of the code. Let me execute my session. So I enter details in the text widget. Let me click on undo. The last character gets deleted and the count also keeps on reducing. So after the everything is ended, the count becomes 0 0. When the no characters are there, it becomes 0 and then 0. So let's see all these functionalities. So let me click on the submit button. It will say there are 15 characters and 4 words. Let me clear. Everything gets clear. Let me say undo. The last character keeps on decreasing. When all the characters have been deleted, word and character count becomes 0. So far so good friends. Now I just wanted to add some default text before entering details into the text widget. Or let me take it in a different session, how to add the default text into the text widget. But as of now, I think so this is completed. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notification of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.